Hey guys, this is Mr. H. I am going to spin the wheel and do another problem from that handout. All right, we've got a problem where we have to, we're doing conversions and we're trying to figure out which one of these conversions is the correct conversion. So let me read the problem and then let me just go through and show you how I would do this. It says Joe is ordering water for a swimming pool. He determines that the volume of his pool is about 3,240 cubic feet of water. And he says there are approximately 7.5 gallons of water in 1 cubic foot. A truckload holds 6,000 gallons of water. So which one of the expressions below would Joe use to correctly calculate the number of truckloads of water that he needs to fill his pool? So basically what we're trying to get to at the end of this is we want to know truckload, how many truckloads to fill his pool. This is what we want. We want to know how many truckloads does Joe have to make in order to fill the pool. So all we're going to do is we're going to focus on the units, and we're going to cancel any unit that's on the top and the bottom, and we should be left with this. So let's go through and see what we got here. Now the first one doesn't work because we got a cubic foot on the top and we got another cubic foot on the top. So they don't cancel out. So we know this is not going to be our answer. So anytime you see the same unit on the top or the bottom, it's not going to cancel out. And that means that it's not going to be eliminated from the answer. So in this case, number 2 is the same thing. We got cubic foot here, cubic feet here, and cubic feet here. They won't cancel out. So this is also not the answer. Let's go to the third one. So we've got cubic feet. Now these two will cancel. And now, but the gallons won't. So we have gallons here and gallons here, which means we would have gallons squared if we multiplied these through. And we don't want gallons squared. We want truckload per pool, or pool on the bottom. So cancel this out. Now it's got to be the bottom, but I want you to see what we're doing. We got cubic feet here. We've got cubic feet here. So those cancel. We got one on the top and on the bottom. That's what we're looking for. We also have gallons on the top, and we also have gallons on the bottom. So those cancel. So all we're left with is the unit for pool on the bottom and the unit for truckload on the top. And so we are left with truckload per pool. That's what we wanted. So this is our answer. Okay? So the idea here is don't pay attention to the numbers. The numbers are actually confusing for a lot of students. Focus on the units. And if you see a unit on the top and the bottom, you can cancel it out because we're multiplying fractions. All right. That's the reason we can do that. All right. I'm going to stop and I am going to post this.